Turk's cap lily. Some black cohosh there. And some lavender bee balm. And the bees are on it. And all those cages down there are the ones I've already cleaned off. Whew, it's hot out here. Well, I just started digging up the garlic. I'm about halfway down the first row, which would be the German variety. And additionally, there's a bunch of potatoes. Those are the ones that I pointed out early in the spring, said, oh, these are just volunteers, and I'll get them when I take up the garlic. So here's the first grouping. It's both the fingerlings, and it looks like some of Mr. Lincoln's from previous years. So let's go out in the garden and I'll show you what's going on. If you all know what milkweed smells like, you will know what a magnificent scent is floating in the breeze right now. It's amazing. Just uncovered 2 more potatoes. The garlic, the soil is really dry, so this is the ideal time for me to be harvesting the garlic in terms of weather. It's also a good day for roots, so I'm happy about that. And we do have rain coming, which means that I will be able to sow some kind of a cover crop in here to protect the soil, because garlic doesn't get planted again until sometime in October. So I had gotten here kind of late from my adventure, so I didn't take the scapes off this year, but they've completely straightened out. So I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to go ahead and get the roots trimmed on these and hang them up, and I'll show you that in the next part. On the roots, I cut off, leave about a ½ inch, and just brush the majority of the dirt or soil off of the bulb. The soil actually will protect the bulbs while they're drying from getting any mold or mildew on them. I'm not sure what it is. There's some kind of microbial life in the soil that seems to protect the garlic bulbs. The years where I was learning about garlic and really cleaned them and stripped off that outer layer of skin on the garlic and dried them, those were the bulbs that got a mildew on them, whereas the ones that had soil left stayed clean. And then when they're fully dry, that's when to clean off that outer layer of protective skin on the bulb. So this is all that has to happen right now. Just cleaning the majority of the soil off and trimming the roots down to about a ½ inch. Then I'll be tying these together in bunches and hanging them up, and I'll show you that once I get to that point. The one thing I do know is the soil will dull out the clippers, so every so often I will stop to take my little sharpening stone and put a better edge on the clippers so that I can keep going with this. All right, that's basically this part. These are the garlics I harvested a few days ago and hung up to see how quickly they would be drying, and they're doing good. So I think these next ones that I've got all the roots trimmed on will be equally quick to dry out. I just need to get them hung up. Okay, here we go. Everybody is hanging up. And so I've got, these are all the German hardy, and then the Rojas are the ones towards the back. I will not know the actual poundage until they're fully cured and I clip all these greens off of them. I will update you when that happens.